This week on PodWatcher.
I went in the suck tube.
What is your favorite song currently, or if not song, album?
I'm never bringing up a sports thing on this podcast again. They've crushed my spirit.
We've done it.
Which cryptid do you think is real or was based on a legitimate animal species?
Well, let's search whale penis
I gotta see this.
sea monster.
Wait, did you just say that there's video evidence that proves that ghosts are real?
I think at this point, yeah.
Steven, you can't close your eyes when you do that.
I'm just-
That seemed very pompous. I've never said to Ryan, did you just say to me?
I mean, in other words, you have.
That's a nice stream you got there.
No way.
You grow up around here with a stream like that.
Oh, we're getting into it. Hey!
Just trying to find something.
How much of a banger would that be if that just started playing at the club? If we all just
that'd be very exciting.
That'd be good. Welcome to PodWatcher, the official podcast of Watcher Entertainment. I'm Ryan Bergara.
I'm Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim.
And this is a podcast where we chat about whatever's on our minds every week.
Matt, are you okay? What the fuck?
Oh my God!
Matt just threw up, it looks like, behind the
Spit
camera.
up like a baby.
He's got a bunch of spittle on his mustache. It's really gross.
Did you just choke on your coffee? Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
You all right, brother?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
That's disgusting,
It
dude.
looked like I was throwing up, but it was just
It was really rough looking back there.
choked on coffee.
He walked behind the pod car and threw up like he was a cat. That's fucking
Sorry
disgusting.
about that.
Oh my God.
Gotta go in. Gotta go.
Glasses are
All
fogging
right.
up.
Now, as you know, in the past, we've selected our own topics, but we had a great time last week doing voicemails, and we've received a lot of emails and voicemails. So
How fun was that, by the way?
That
Somebody
was-
calling in.
I'm still
live.
recovering from the image of the spittle on Matt.
I know you tend to linger on things when everybody else has moved
I
on.
can't do it.
Matt will be back, and we'll be okay. We're going to do that again this week. We've got a lot of voicemails and emails that we're gonna let you take the wheel, as it were.
Yeah.
There's some fun updates though.
Oh yeah, this week Thursday we have the season finale of Are You Scared? It is actually one of my favorite episodes of Are
Extremely
You
fun, a
Scared
funny story.
we've ever done.
Yeah.
It's one of the few stories that really lingered in my mind after we filmed.
I like when I can laugh at a story because the story is being funny.
Yeah. And that story is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then we have episode 2 of Weird Wonderful World season 3. You may have seen the season premiere of season 3 this past Friday.
That's
If
where
not-
Ryan and I learned how to be DJs.
That's correct. If not, that's over at WatcherTV.com or the Watcher TV app,
That's right.
which is available.
Ryan-
Where's it available, Shane?
Google, Amazon, Roku, iOS.
He nailed it. He fucking nailed it. But
You
that's
got
where,
it.
that's where the season premiere is. And also see episode 2 this Friday of Weird Wonderful World. Where are we going for that one?
Where we may meet some little animals of some kind. I don't want to spoil it. I love when we get to meet animals.
And then for those asking, yes, Weird Wonderful World will be coming out on YouTube a month later. But it's on Watcher TV right now for all the folks that are over there watching.
That's
a good time.
Thank you for doing that.
That show is the one show I will say I'm jealous to not be on.
Really?
It's fun.
yeah, it's
It's
a
a
fun
fun
show.
show.
Because
shoot.
the other ones, I mean, I do love watching Ghost Files, but I don't envy
I
being
don't like how the
on
sentence is
Ghost
started.
Files.
We still have one more episode to shoot. Are you coming along for that one?
Weird Wonderful?
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll make it happen.
I don't know.
I don't think you will.
Yeah, we shot the 5th episode yesterday, and we had the time of our lives.
It was incredible. It's one of my favorite. That actually, I know I'm engaging in a lot of hyperbole this episode, but that actually is one of my favorite shoots we've ever had at Watcher.
It was really fun.
And I was exhausted.
You
And
gotta
it's-
say
and it
what it's
woke me
about.
up.
I don't wanna
If you're
spoil-
gonna tease that much, you gotta
I
say
can
a little
tease
bit.
a little bit about it. It's a. We went to a hat maker's,
Ooh.
Please.
but I don't want to reveal too. It was way more. I mean, I was excited for it, but
Yeah.
it ended up being just a fascinating episode.
It was one of those topics that perfectly hit the dead center of the Venn diagram of interest between Shane and I.
Yeah,
Like dead center.
yeah.
And we were excited about it.
There may be some pretty famous hats in this place.
Whoa.
It's pretty good.
Well, hello, listeners. Now, we have a lot of fun on this podcast, but cybersecurity is no joke. Do you not believe me? Try this. Head
Okay.
to- wh-
I'm trying it. He said try this.
Oh, yeah, try this. Go to Google and search your name and email. What do you see? Disgusting stuff, right? Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, and home address. Why, even your health records, your relatives. It's all out there.
That's why we've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me.
That's right. You know, cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam
That's
that I
the
get,
bad spam.
the bad
Because
stuff.
I like spam, the tasty spam.
The edible spam is quite delicious.
Yes.
But it protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, and other sensitive information, of which I have a lot.
That's right.
Aura also does so much more to protect me and my family from online threats that I can't even see.
That's right. Ruth and Theo, you are in good hands.
Obi is safe. It's really easy to set up. So I don't have to download several different apps to get things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more. I get everything at one affordable price.
That's right.
That's insane.
You may already have one or two of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open.
Gets you every time.
It does. Aura is always on.
That's right.
Doing the hard work of keeping me safe so I can focus on other tasks with a peace of mind.
Yeah.
You see, we value our privacy and we value yours.
Yeah.
You can go to aura.com/watcher to start your own 2-week free trial. Also linked below in the description. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to our sponsor, aura.com/watcher to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of yours is being sold.
Thank you to Aura for offering this service and for sponsoring our show.
Can I ask you one question about that show? I want to know about the creative process of how you come up with those intros.
I write them out, and that's that. I don't know. I think in season 1, I was very meticulous with them. Now I just get in there and I'm like, I want to feel the flow, you know?
We had a really stupid intro yesterday.
That we shot? Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
I watched the video of it.
Oh,
but
you're not talking. Wait,
Steven, did you see
the voiceover? Or
No. I'm talking about when you guys do your little song and dance before you walk in. You always do something kind of crazy.
I say, well, yeah.
Did you see the one from yesterday, Steven?
I did.
It actually is
did
pretty
they
good.
post it?
No, it's in Slack. It's pretty good.
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
I thought it was the dumbest thing we've ever done, and then I watched it and I was like, pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty funny.
They'll have to do some special effects.
I know.
on it,
It's going to be very stupid.
Yeah.
We do have a little break though before we finish up that season, which is great because I could.
You got rid of your mustache
I could shave
a
my
brief
mustache
moment.
off, which is great. It feels so good to be free of the bars of it.
Yeah.
Can I read an email from Matt
Mustache?
Matt in Los Angeles?
Yeah. Sure,
I
let's
can't
hear
wait
it.
to never hear about the fucking mustache.
No, this
Thank
guy,
God,
you talk
dude.
too much about your mustache.
I hated it
Just
so
have
much.
It. Just have it.
I don't want to
shut up.
I don't want to have it. I can't.
Have it or don't. Don't
I
ever
have
talk
no
about.
choice.
Don't ever talk. I never heard a guy talk about his mustache so much.
It's because it was
For
forced
the amount
upon
of
me.
time that you had it, the
It's-
percentage that you talked about it.
Oh, I hated every
Too
second
much.
of it. Every second of it.
Now, before we get into topics, I got a froggy throat here. Before we get into topics, Matt, you've got a suck date, right?
What?
Oh, it sucked.
You had a suck date last night.
I went in the suck tube.
Yeah.
Oh!
Now, for long-time listeners, I don't know if you know this, but we've been enamored with the rollout of the upcoming film Twisters.
Yes.
Which, if you listen to a recent
This is not
episode,
sponsored by that. By the
no,
way.
it's not. But I love Twister. Sarah's actually going to watch. She's got plans to go watch Twister this weekend for the first time.
Why aren't you going?
Go watch.
It's a gals, affair. It's a
classic girls Twister night.
Hey, Helen Hunt.
You're gonna watch Twister, then play Twister.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they'll do that, but
I've played Twister as an adult. It's pretty tough.
yeah. But so we're excited about the film Twisters. We have no idea if it's going to be any good, but if you feel it, chase it. And they're rolling out. So we're gonna get together. I think when we go see this in 4DX for whoever can come,
Yes.
we should record audio
we
of the experience so we can provide.
bootleg the whole film.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
record the movie.
I'll tell you what. If
You're
there-
gonna pull up your podcast app, and this is gonna be like Twisters update. It's gonna be a 2.5 hour episode. You're gonna be
I'll
like,
tell you
"Really?"
what, man. If there's a suck tube there, you could bet your ass I'm gonna come.
I need to get there's a couple moments where I need to get a sound that goes like Hey-o. Or it just leaves the applause.
Now, if you probably are aware, Twisters promotionally is rolling out these suck tubes that are living in the lobbies of various theaters.
I don't think that's the approved nomenclature.
I think that's what they call them. You get in, and a heavy wind blows, and it's like being in a Twister. So Matt texted me last night. Important update that he was at a theater seeing A Quiet Place Day One, and there were suck tubes.
You saw it?
Suck tubes in the lobby.
I want to see it.
Very good.
And I said,
I heard it's awesome.
I said, you better get sucked. So now he's reporting back.
You went in.
I went in the suck tube.
Oh.
I actually missed the first 20 seconds of the movie because they threw a featurette up, and I was like, well, I don't know if it's going to be available. I go to late movies. I saw it at 11 p.m.
Yikes.
And so I was unsure if it would be available to get sucked afterwards.
Yeah,
exactly.
So they showed Jordan Peele talking about Dolby, and I was like, I'm going to go right now. Yeah, so let's see. Here's...
Oh, we watching it? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you an update.
Is the movie out yet, by the way?
Which movie?
No,
Twisters?
No,
I don't even know.
I don't know when it comes
So
out.
they're reporting
That's
these
how you
in
know.
promotion before the movie even comes out.
That's how you know
Yeah.
this is not a promotional. We have no idea when this fucking movie comes out.
Yeah, I really don't. Oh, it says it right here. Yeah, so maybe read out this. I got a picture of the Experience the Twisters. They call it the wind
so
tunnel.
it says Experience the Twisters suck tube.
It says, no, it definitely says Experience the Twisters
This
wind
is a
tunnel.
sign
Why
posted
is
in
the
the lobby.
font in the Friends font?
Only one person should enter the wind tunnel at a time. Yeah, that's true. It's not for lovers. Make
So
sure
only one person can get sucked.
it's
at
essentially
one,
like
at a
one of
time.
those machines where they make money go around,
Yeah.
except there's no money.
Exactly. Sucking is a one-man job.
Make sure to close the door when you enter and leave. You control the wind! Exclamation
Oh.
point.
That was a surprise
That was?
that you control the wind.
Is there like a, what is it?
Oh, you'll get there.
Okay, inside the wind tunnel, there is a button that turns the wind on and off as desired. Please make sure to turn the wind off when you are finished. Oh, so you can go as long as you can.
That was a surprise.
It's like a
depending on your
hairdryer.
stamina.
It's depending on your suck stamina.
They're
Yeah.
banging
You
on
can
the
get in
door. Sir, you have to get out of the suck tube.
Be safe.
Just give me
Take
a-
photos and
give me
videos
a
and
second.
enjoy. If you do post on social, tag at Twisters Movie and include Twisters Movie Sucktube. Hashtag Twisters Movie Sucktube for a chance to be featured on the film's Sucktube pages. And don't forget to see Twisters this summer, only in theaters. Oh, July 19th.
July 19th. Yeah.
I don't even want to
You
say
just
that.
basically did a commercial for that.
Yeah.
They're getting their free. They put the suck tube in and they're getting
And
what they wanted.
you're doing exactly what they want.
Well, look, I commend them for putting these things out there.
I have to say,
Oh, we got a video
watch
of Matt in the
All
All right,
suck
you're
tube.
in it. It looks like one of those things that you put like a mail part package in, and it gets
Yeah.
sucked up.
It's exactly
like a
like
big
that.
pneumatic tube.
That'd be cool if you did get sucked all
So
the way
yeah,
up.
so I'm putting a video up. I had my friend, a friend of Watcher, Garrett Watts, filmed
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
the filming is not very good.
He's an erratic cameraman.
I said, film me in the suck tube, and he goes, okay. And so you can imagine that when you're watching what you're watching. All right.
Where's he going?
What is he doing? He's getting pumped.
Oh, he's giving you a nice
getting
dramatic
open.
shot. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty anticlimactic, I gotta say.
I wouldn't mind having one of those in my bathroom at home after a shower.
I
Oh,
don't think-
sure.
I don't know if it would dry you off. As
I
much
don't
as
think
you
it's that.
If you stayed in there,
You haven't been in the suck tube.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
look
what?
like
How
you
intense
had
was
any
it?
emotion in there.
It felt a lot like you were just in a super windy day. But the thing about wind is it's often blowing in one direction. This
Yeah.
one's
It's all over the
Oh,
all
place.
over the
twisting.
place. Yeah,
It's
and so
twisting?
it's it's like blowing in multiple directions. Here, I'll play it again with the audio. But yeah, it was. I was surprised that you could just turn it on and sit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
see,
crazy.
it's like blowing in a bunch of different directions.
Yeah.
Not really that exciting.
No, this is exciting for me.
But yeah, so one of the funniest things is that while I was there was this dad who was there, and he was yelling at someone. This is at 1:30 in the morning. He was yelling at someone about the AC in the theater. But anyway, so he has two kids. They're just kind of living their life. They just saw A Quiet Place Day One. It's a great film.
Huh.
But he's yelling at this guy, and I'm like, oh, this guy's like pissed. And then I go into the restroom to get away from him.
Yeah.
And then his kid goes, I want to get in the Twister's chamber. And he goes, He goes, you want to get in there and do what? And then the kid ended up getting in, and then he got in, and he had a blast.
Oh, nice.
You said the AC was out?
Yeah.
I thought, because I went to a different AMC, also in LA, and I wanted to get in the suck tube. And I said, could I please get in the suck tube?
Wait, you were in the presence of a suck tube?
I was.
You didn't even tell us.
I was like, I want to get in the suck tube. And then the guy was like, what? The what? And I was like, sorry, the suck tube. And he was like, that's not what it's called.
the suck tube.
And he said, that's not what it's called. And I was like, whatever, I want to get inside of it. And he was like, you can't. And I was like, why?
Because you called it the suck tube.
Was it broken or not
and he
set
was
up?
like, and I was like, is it broken? And he was like, no, it's not broken. It's just that every time we turn it on, it kills the power in our place. And
Oh my God.
And the AC goes out.
Wow.
Oh.
Interesting.
So you saying the AC is out shortly after you being in the suck tube, I'm pretty sure you killed the AC.
That's interesting.
And I had to do it again.
They should blare a tornado warning siren when you turn that thing on.
Yeah. It's loud as fuck. You can hear it. It's
Yeah.
loud.
It
I'm
must
excited
take
to
up a
get
lot
in
of
there.
energy though, because they sounded like there was a kick up there.
I'm gonna try and go to the theaters this weekend just so I can get in that suck tube, because if I'm trying to do it when we actually go see Twisters, that line's gonna be out the door. Because everyone's gonna be like, it's Twisters time.
That's
Let me
true.
get sucked.
What do you think the 4DX experience is going to be? Do you think it's going to be relentless?
It's gonna twist.
I want to spin around in my chair.
But that's not what you would do in a
If
Twister.
it doesn't happen that way,
It's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be wind, fog. I'm sure there's gonna be rain. There's probably not gonna be hail.
Rain? There's no rain.
What if they do
There's rain.
What
They
if
get
they
you
do
wet.
hail?
Yeah.
Or they throw in those
you
little like
get wet,
sensor
but
I'm
there's
going
a
to see
wet
this
button.
theater in like a fucking poncho.
There's a wet button.
In
Yeah.
You're not
In
getting
4DX.
soaked.
yeah.
No,
But there's rain with the
You
tornado.
get sprinkled. There's
Okay.
rain with a tornado.
As long as they don't wet my popcorn and it gets soggy, I'm good.
Well, you don't. I can't guarantee that.
Honey,
be
this
pissed.
one's wetting my popcorn.
Unless it was butter. If they rained butter on me, then I'm down.
Anybody got any other exciting updates before we move on to our?
Very, very quickly, because
Huh?
I know it's a sports thing.
Oh,
I do. I'm curious.
What the fuck?
I need to hear your reaction to this, Shane. Did you hear?
You
who
always, this is going to be
No, no,
that.
seriously.
Shane, it's gonna be good. I promise you.
This is.
I promise
it's
you,
never
this
been
will
done-
be good.
It's never been done before. It just happened yesterday.
You will appreciate it.
because I just want to preface this by saying countless times you have said, I know you don't like sports, but you'll find this interesting.
But
And then I never
you
do.
definitely will find this interesting.
If you
I'll,
don't-
I'll vouch for Ryan here. And by the way,
Okay,
sorry, I know where you're going with this, right? We know.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We know where I'm going.
When it happened, we were in a meeting together, and it happened, and I slacked Ryan. Oh my God! What you know? And
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going into this and I will be 100% genuine. If I do find it interesting, I will tell you that. And if I don't, I'll also be honest with
and
you.
you know who else I slacked at the office?
Ooh.
Brendan.
Okay. Oh,
Brendan loves the Lakers.
oh boy. Okay.
Anyways, 2 years ago, LeBron was interviewed after a game, and he was saying that like they were asking like, "What are your plans for retirement and all that stuff?" And he's like, "The only thing I care about is that I'm going to play at least one season with my son on the same team. So whatever team he's on, I will be on that team." And that's never been done before, by the way. There's never been a father-son combo ever on the same team or professionally. And yesterday, it finally happened. The Lakers selected LeBron's son in the draft. So they are the first father-son duo to ever play in the NBA.
Bronny.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely insane. He's.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a picture that will actually make it a little more visceral. For
I'm
you.
going to guess it's a picture of a father and a son.
Imagine this. Obi gets drafted to. I don't
Obi
even
doesn't
know.
play sports.
Obi gets hired
These
by
two are
Washington.
teammates now. They're on the same team.
But he's older than that right now. Did they?
Yes, yeah, that's true.
If they-
I do think that's
If
crazy.
they drafted a baby to play, then you got
Brian
me.
showing a photo of Bronny when he was like 5 years old.
And
His name's Bronny
yeah, and also in that
LeBron.
picture, LeBron's averaging the same
LeBron
amount
Jr.
as he is now. His
Is
name
it
is
LeBron
Bronny James Jr. or
Bronny.
Bronny James.
Yeah, don't.
senior.
It's not. You know.
What?
That's crazy.
How is
dude.
that not interesting to you?
LeBron is 40. This
Well-
guy is. He's. The one thing I'm curious about is he going to call him dad on the court?
Papa.
Papa.
That's got to be weird. Like in a professional setting, like if he's like,
Papa,
Dad,
give me ball.
Dad, I'm open. I'm open. Like no one's ever heard that on a basketball court in the NBA. That's just
And
like.
now they'll hear it.
I wonder if he'll call
There's
him
been some
Dad.
good memes
No,
come out of
hear
this
Is he
it.
good?
for sure.
The kid.
Yes, Is he
The
good?
kid is like physically like he has the tools to develop into a good player. Right now, he's a little raw.
So he shouldn't be on the Lakers.
I think he would have been drafted regardless.
He's a nepo baller.
He's
I
a
don't
nepo
think
baller.
he would have been drafted if not for LeBron James.
Yeah, I got.
I think he would have been drafted by a team. It wouldn't have been the
thing.
Lakers.
It kind of reeks of privilege.
Always, he's been heralded since he was a kid, and like people have. No one's watched like a kid's journey playing a sport.
I mean, I understand why the Lakers would be like, yeah, it's nepotism, but put him on the team because it'll get people saying like, this is the most amazing thing that's ever happened.
I guess. I think there's people like that are judging him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel for the kid.
There's got to be a way to connect it to Shane. It's like, what is
There's
a movie?
no way. You're
I can't
never going to be
believe-
able to
what is a
connect it to
movie
me.
If I,
Where-
I will say this is the last time I'm ever going to bring up a sports thing in this podcast, because if you can't appreciate a first father-son duo playing a professional sport together, I don't know what
It's
else.
No,
like
right.
Monsters of Monarch. You got Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell.
That's right. You know,
It's crazy.
Together again.
Yeah.
They're not together in this show, I don't think.
I think they play different versions of the same character in different times.
I'm never bringing up a sports thing on this podcast again. They've crushed my spirit.
We've done it.
We'll talk about movies and other stuff, I guess.
You guys can have your own like sports thing.
Oh, a sports podcast that is recorded by someone else?
I gotta defend myself here. Matt asked the question, "What's on your mind right now?" It could be
That's
anything
true.
on your
I
mind.
asked it.
And-
I
okay,
asked
you
it.
asked it. Yeah. So it has been on my mind, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Ryan about
there's
this.
just things that are on my mind, and I'm like, I'm not going to talk about that.
I'd love to hear them.
It'd be boring.
I'd love to hear
It'd
them.
be boring.
In the comments, let us know if you found it boring or interesting to hear us talk about this specific news. I'm curious.
I would actually really like that.
yeah,
That'd
you
be-
know.
Hey.
It's the Pod Watcher, Pod Listener mailbag.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mail
We're
truck.
letting you take the wheel.
Oh, I like that.
Take the wheel, brother.
Wait, I like that. It's the Pod Watcher, Pod Listener mail truck where you take the wheel. I
of
like
the
that.
mail truck.
Yeah.
You hijack it from you carjack the mail truck from the mailman.
You drive the mail truck. And you wrote the
To
letter.
deliver your own mail.
Maddie, can you remind them of where to send their questions?
If you have questions and you'd like to send them via email, it's AskWatcherPods. It's AskWatcherPods.
At
Whoa.
gmail.com.
Nice.
If you have,
I think you spent too much time in the suck tube.
I didn't spend enough time in this. Like, dude, that's my problem. If you have questions, you can send them via email to AskWatcherPods@gmail.com or give us a phone call at 818-275-4585.
yeah.
I love.
Nice.
We're having
I
a
look.
great time with the voicemails.
I look.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to know what they want to hear about.
That is true.
Maybe I'll call in.
This next voicemail. Did you guys hear about Bronny James being
Yeah, but you
Hey,
call
you know,
it.
if we get that, then we'll, hey, we'll
be
go
great.
for it.
Yeah, this first one's an email. I'm mostly interested in this. This is a nice, fun one that we don't really kind of tackle a lot. But
All right.
Hey guys, my name is Jaden. While I do have one question to ask, I want to call back to a past episode of the pod. One episode, you guys talked about whether or not you should take pens with the company logo on them. I work as a marketing manager at a restaurant, and I just wanted to let you know, please take the pen. The idea is always for the guest to take the pen home and use it as free marketing.
Did we talked about pens and other stuff too, right? There were other things that we talked about taking, and I said pens are fine.
There was
but
two
No.
versions of the pen, too. There was,
And I'd like to clarify once again, I think this was another one where I got ganged up on in the podcast, and then people in the comments said I was being reasonable.
I did not gang up on you
Because
for
I said-
this.
If it has a logo on the pen, you take it.
but there was also a discussion of like if there is a normal pen as well.
Then you don't take it.
Yeah, if it's labeled, then you take it.
My
Yeah.
argument on that pod was ask them, and
No.
then they'll tell you.
I'll never ask.
Jaden is here telling us, a marketing manager for a restaurant, take the pen.
But that could be exclusive to that restaurant. It's not like that's like,
No, you know what? I honestly think if a company, if the idea is that anyone's out there giving free pens away
Yeah.
with the restaurant's name on them, everyone
Think
has
of all
to
the
deal
free
with it.
marketing they get when I take
mean-
that home and put it in a drawer.
I agree with the logic. I still think you should ask.
It's like a matchbook. If you do
like
a
a
crime,
matchbook.
they know you went there.
Yeah.
And by the way, with the matchbooks, yeah, you might be saying, well, it's perfectly fine to take a matchbook. Guess what? I'm taking 6.
What?
Jaden, give us a
Pointed
call.
that way.
Jaden, give us an email back. Is it okay to take 6 of the pens?
I have restaurants in LA where I'm like, I know they got good matchbooks there, so it's time to fill up the reserves a bit. You know,
I guess.
you know, you wait till the host is got their back turned. You just reach in, go,
Yeah.
you know?
Doesn't it feel like that's like a very common thing for like detective movies to be like,
Put
oh,
the number
this,
on it. You're like
they were
phone
at this
number on the
restaurant. They were at,
Yeah, they found it a matchbook.
The Albacore
on the body.
Club.
They found a matchbook
Yeah.
on the body, and therefore they know
Yeah.
they're at that hotel
Yeah.
for a meeting.
That happens in Die Hard with a Vengeance. They see a name on the bottom of a aspirin bottle, and it never made sense to me. I was like, this is the big clue in the third act of the movie. It doesn't make any sense.
Honestly,
I
the
haven't watched
matchbook thing never made sense to me. I was like, how often are you going to, if I were to die randomly any day, I would put in 99% odds that I don't have a matchbook in my pocket.
You know what? I think they were probably a lot more common when people smoked a lot more.
That's probably true.
You know?
But according to you, you probably would have a matchbook.
I don't have them on me.
He'd have 6 of
I
them.
don't
You'd have 6 of them.
It would be fun to start carrying matches, though. But yeah, I never have them on me.
Yeah, but I think it's the idea is you got killed after the restaurant,
Yeah, exactly.
the night of.
It's either this guy smokes a lot or he went to this restaurant 6 separate times and just forgot he had a matchbook in each time.
Another matchbook. They got some great matchbooks out there.
I like a matchbook.
I was looking up some matchbooks on eBay.
Yeah.
To buy some very unique ones. There's these ones that are Kikkoman soy sauce.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some great matchbooks that look like little soy sauce
You're going
bottles.
less sodium, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
don't,
in
think
general.
I don't think it means anything.
Yeah.
There's a matchbook of a Disneyland over in the FYA pod, like a vintage one over on the FYA set. It's pretty goddamn
I used
cool.
all those.
You son of a...
now, again, our goal with the emails and voicemails here was to turn to more interesting topics, right? And then now we're talking about matchbooks.
Fair enough. Now my question.
Also, like, by the way, on the heels of Shane saying I only bring up topics that I don't bring up everything I'm thinking of because they'd be boring, and then he talks about matchbooks.
I didn't bring up matchbooks.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's my failing. You're right about that. Jaden's question is, what is your favorite song currently, or if not song, album?
Favorites.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
We don't have to dwell on it, but I think it's fun to hear.
Actually, there has been a song that I've been listening to on repeat. I don't know the
On
name
repeat?
of it. Yeah, it's this Italian pop song.
On repeat, beep.
What is it called?
Shout out to Selena Gomez.
It's called...
Wait, I think I know the pop song.
It's Sarah Perche Ti Amo.
Is it the same one?
Sadie went to Italy and it was everywhere.
When we visited with our Mari's relatives in Egypt, they were listening to this song, and I've had it stuck in my head. And then randomly, Mari sent it to me the other day because we were just talking about that trip, and I have not been able to get it out of my head. It's incredibly catchy. I don't think we could play it though because it's pretty popular. I wish we could.
I don't think we can. But what's it called so
It's
people
called
can listen to it?
Sarah Sara Perche Perchetti and then Amo Amo.
You can play like 5 seconds.
Here, I'll play it in your ears here. This is it.
Is
It's
it
so
it?
good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This sounds like Italian ABBA.
I know.
Yeah.
It's really good. I drove here this morning to this.
This is good.
Okay, I'm scared of
Wow, what does that got? Like 24 million listens or something?
200?
Yeah.
Oh,
241 million. But that's the song. She was saying
fun.
it was everywhere she went, every
that-
restaurant,
is that
every
newer?
or is it
I had
like
no
a
idea.
retro?
98.
I thought it was
98?
Oh, it's like their version of running up that hill.
Oh, yeah, interesting. I wonder what catapulted it to.
Yeah, maybe they had a Stranger Things comp that did that as well. Because that running up that hill song is also a banger, by the way.
What's Stranger Things in Italian? How do you say that, Matt?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't speak Italian.
Well, that's fun. I'm gonna throw that on the summer playlist.
It's really good.
That's fun.
I'm gonna look in. As you go into your next ones, anyone have a song? Anyone else have a song?
There's a new album from L'Imperatrice that I've really been enjoying.
Yes,
Funky.
Sarah Rubin and I have been talking about it
I've
like
enjoyed them
crazy.
for a bit. And then for them lazy summer vibes, I've been enjoying Waxahachie. The new Waxahachie's really good. What do you got, Steven?
Man, I've been out of the music game for a little bit right now.
That's how I feel too.
Just not listening to much other than
White noise.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabrina
Which is-
Carpenter's really doing it.
Oh shit! That please music video is incredible.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's so good. I watched it with Mari and we were like, our music videos back? Are they? Because I feel like those haven't really been a thing for a while. That music video is incredible.
Oh.
What's happening there?
It's
Barry Keegan.
it's with Barry
Keoghan.
Keegan and it's
Is it Kyogen?
I've heard conflicting reports, but the
Why
most
is he in the
conclusive
music
I've
video?
heard is
well
that
because it's her
pronounced
boyfriend, and the
Kyogen.
song is about him essentially.
He's
He's
her
dating
real
Barry?
boyfriend.
Yes.
He's her real boyfriend.
What?
Yeah. And so
there's
the
drama
music
there.
video is set in like a jail, and it's like incredibly shot. Really big fan of it. And then we actually went on like a little like tangent where we were like, what are some other iconic music videos that we could revisit from our childhood? And we watched like Bye Bye
Freak
Bye.
on a Leash. The corn freak on a leash one is the one where
Did
the
you watch
bullet goes through.
TRL?
Yeah.
Who didn't?
Because that was, I remember Bye 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 was like
Yeah.
16 weeks in a row. Number one. Toxic by Britney Spears was also up
Toxic
there.
was good. What's the better one? What's the Mars
Crazy
one?
in Love.
Oops,
Right,
I did it
yeah.
again.
You got something on your foot.
Where she goes to Mars. Is that Mars? Oops, I did it again. She's on Mars.
Here, hold this, Shane.
Thank you. Hold this L.
There's a little post note that says Shane L.
Show the camera.
That's
for
Common
it.
Shane
Show the
L.
camera. For
Show-
it. Very funny. That's good.
I love it. Other great music videos. I don't know. There's some
Party Rock Anthem. You guys like that?
Party
music
Rock.
My LMFAO.
Here's a question, Shane. What was the last iconic music video to be made? Most recent memory. Because we talked about this.
Oh.
Most recent.
I
Like,
can tell you
that
my
made-
answer.
I guess I would go Childish Gambino's This Is America.
Whoa.
That's good.
That's a very good answer.
That's a really good
that
answer.
Video
What, 2021?
kicks fucking ass.
I was gonna say because off the top of my head I said Formation,
yeah, that's good too.
but wait a second. But Childish Gambino, what year was that?
That was 2020.
Oh yeah, that's more recent than Formation, I think. Yeah, that's a good answer off the top of the head. That's impressive.
That's just that one when it landed. I was like, Jesus Christ! This
I would
is
say
incredible.
please is probably going to be up there now.
I think
I really like
K-pop groups are doing some crazy stuff. With
Oh
music
yeah, that's
videos.
right. They had the
Mac and cheese. Do you know mac and cheese?
Anyways, I enjoy that music video and the song too.
Yeah, K-pop's probably got a lot of recent ones that I'm out of the loop on. 'cause
Americans
I'm not
really aren't
plugged in.
putting a lot of money in the music videos anymore.
No, they aren't. But it does kind of feel like we're in like a pop renaissance right now, where like pop is really good at this moment because we got like Sabrina
Some good
Carpenter,
stuff. Did you
and then
listen to
we
Brad?
also have what's her-
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa,
Dua Lipa.
Charlie XCX, they call her.
Yeah, Charlie XCX, and then Chaperone.
That Charlie album's incredible.
That's like 4 like young artists that are really making some cool music right now.
You know who's doing really good stuff is Taylor Swift.
Bright future ahead for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Let's move on into. I like that answer. I like that question.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Wait, we never got Steven.
Jaden.
Steven, you said you weren't
Steven
in on the
said he's
music.
Sabrina
Sabrina Carpenter. No, kicked
Oh, Sabrina
off the-
Carpenter. That's right. Yes.
No, please.
Please, please.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good ass song.
It is a good song.
All right, we have a phone call here.
Whoa.
Hi, my name is Bree, and I am from Pennsylvania. And I have been watching you guys since Unsolved on BuzzFeed when I was an RA in college.
RA,
scaring
nice.
the crap out of myself.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what your opinion is on bad nicknames. So, like, for instance, my name is Bree, and I would literally rather gouge my eyes out than be called Bree Bree.
Bree.
But I'm just curious if you guys have any nicknames that you cannot stand and how they came to be. So that's all. You're hilarious. Have a great day.
Oh,
Thank you, Bree.
I was fascinated by this because of all of the people that I know, you three are fucking lousy with nicknames. It's crazy.
Lousy or
lousy?
Oh, we have a lot?
Yeah.
Define lousy.
That's a phrase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Lousy.
lousy.
You
Like,
have a lot of.
Like you mean
We
a lot
have
of, like a lot
we're-
of, not like bad nicknames. Like
Okay.
loud.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's true.
we got Bergooz.
For whatever reason, people give me a lot of weird nicknames. I don't mind them though.
It's because you're dishing them out.
Louis Guzman.
When you dish them out, you get them back.
Well, I mean, I know for instance, like we hung out with Jason Lee recently, and he started calling me Bergie,
Bergie.
which I actually
He's a big nickname guy.
which I
too.
rather enjoyed. But yeah, I get
Beef Boy.
Beef Boy,
Like the Duchess Bergie.
very good.
Bergielicious.
Rye guy.
Rye. I'm trying to think. Bergara.
Bergara.
But you also call Byron Pooh Bear. You call the PP Man.
I call people nicknames too, though. You're right. And I call my wife Mari Marmar.
Have you ever had somebody call you something that you were like, I don't know about that one?
No.
You like them all?
I guess when you've got that many, you're just like accepting. Like it's a water off a duck's back.
Essentially.
What about buddy? When people call you buddy.
Hey, buddy.
That's different. That's not a nickname. That's like that actually does sometimes annoy me. I'm not
Right? Why do people say buddy?
They don't know your name.
No, when they know my name, but they know my name.
I don't think it's a catch-all. I think there are times people have called me buddy and I'm like, oh, I am your buddy. And then there are times when people have called me a buddy and there's a certain tone that they have when they say it that kind of annoys me.
It sounds a bit infantilizing.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But for the most part, it doesn't bother me that much. People
What about
call me
boss? When people call you boss.
boss is
I
funny.
hate that.
Boss, I feel
I don't
like,
like you.
don't call me boss. Like if you're ordering a coffee, someone, they're like, you got it, boss.
Yeah,
like,
what do you want, boss?
no.
I don't mind it.
Ooh.
I think it's fun.
In fact, he demands it.
That's right.
I forgot about that when I started
That's right.
here. You were like, you call
I'd
me
actually
boss.
make them call me Mr. Boss. No, I really, whatever people want to call me, I don't really give a shit. Like, Bergie,
Interesting.
loser.
I've talked about this before, but when I at one of my older jobs, there was a woman who worked there who was a lot older, so she was sort of like a quirky aunt kind of vibe. I think at the time I was like 23, she was probably like 50 or something. She used to call me Short Stack.
That's good.
That's
Short
cute.
stack?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
You liked it, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I was about
I
to
thought
say,
that was funny.
That's a good one.
I've never had an opposite nickname, so it's fun to get that.
Yeah, Oppo nickname is good.
Yeah.
What do you think about people like messing with your name, like Bree says? Like,
I feel like you have to be receptive to other people's willingness to accept the nickname. You can't just force it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't call Bree Bree.
Yeah.
That's not nice. If Bree doesn't like that, Bree, if you don't like that, you tell them, hey.
But
There's something about the E sound also. Like people call me Stevie sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. So I get why, like, if you were to do double Bree, it feels like you're, I don't know, it does feel weirdly not condescending, but kind of in that same vein.
With Bree, I'd probably go the cheese route and be like, it's the cheese, the cheese meister.
what about the Febreze?
Febreze,
How
yeah.
about
You're
that?
adding the E to, I don't know, like
What about Breezy? Breezy's good.
Breezy's, I like Breezy.
I
Breezy.
think I agree with Shane. I think they shouldn't discourage you for lobbing one out, testing it. And if they don't like it, then it's like, all right, that's fine.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had like a nickname I didn't like, but I guess I don't think I've had any. I'm trying bad nicknames.
someone calls you Shaney. What do you think about that?
Oh, whatever. People don't often. I think it's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
I call people brother a lot.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's
Brother's
nice.
a fun one. That's coming back
Camaraderie.
these days.
Yeah.
I really did used to hate nicknames a lot. People called me Lemmy. I didn't like that.
That's no good.
It feels weird, right? And Stevie, I didn't like that either.
Liminal space.
Even Steve, I was like, I don't know about Steve. I'm not. I've never. Steve
for a
doesn't
while-
make sense.
For a while, you were very pro Steven and nothing else.
Yeah, but then I mean, I think I've just gotten over caring about nicknames personally, and I'm just whatever now. But something about does it say something about somebody when they just automatically assume that you're cool with being called something else than what you introduce yourself as?
Yeah,
That's what I think that bothered me.
It's presumptuous.
That was what it was.
Big Apple Steve.
Yeah, Big Apple Steve.
I think you have to. Maybe this is just a personal thing, but I feel like somebody has to know me to a certain extent to start calling me a nickname.
I agree.
Yeah, sure. I think in general that's probably the more normal response. Yeah. I don't really care, but yes, I think that's actually probably more normal.
I'm really racking my brain for bad nicknames that I've had.
I think the PP Man's a great nickname, by the way.
Yeah.
I hope Vinny's in his
I
crate
still
right now.
take issue
pissed
with
off.
that because you've met my friend whose initials are PP, and I called him the PP Man for a while, and I still do. He's the
That's-
PP Man to me.
But my
you
guys,
lifted a nickname from a real human being and gave it to your dog.
I didn't know you called your friend Pat the PP Man.
Okay. If
the
you
P-
didn't know, then I think it's a blessing.
I
that we
don't
both-
I don't think it's an incredibly original idea.
And you know what? They're not going to interface the two of them.
No, I mean unless Pat
unless
meets the PP Man, and then he'll
Unless-
be like, "That is the PP Man."
it could be.
Sometimes I'll watch him walking around the house. I'm like, "That guy is the
He's
PP
the
Man."
PP Man.
But,
He does PP Man things.
But every dog pees.
yes, but not like he does.
Not like he does.
That's right.
Do you think he likes being called the PB man?
I don't think he knows what he's being.
Have I ever told that story on mic about the after party at my wedding?
Oh, you haven't. It's so funny.
No, I don't think I know the story either.
I don't know if
'cause
I've
think
ever-
I left before whatever happened.
I didn't hear about this until after my wedding, but one of my other friends who is also named Pat, the Pat who does a lot of the vocal arrangements for our Puppet History songs.
Yeah, and also we had just hung out for like an entire week, or not an entire week. We hung out for Shane's bachelor party, and so I got to know all of Shane's hometown buddies well enough where we were all, drinking and having fun.
Yeah.
And
So at my wedding, at the after party, we went to a karaoke bar. And like a few days afterwards, my friend Pat was like, at some point I was in the bathroom at the karaoke bar, and I was at the urinal and I was peeing, and I heard someone behind me say, "That's a nice stream you got there.
No way.
You grow up around here with a stream like that?" And he said, and I was just desperately trying to pee and but laughing. And so I was, violently shaking as I was laughing. And then he turned around and it was Ryan.
No.
because I made my voice deep and I made it into like a southern drawl.
Were you intoxicated at this point?
We were both drunk. We
Everyone.
were at a karaoke bar.
No, I mean just
The funniest part was
you
I
were
could see,
intoxicated.
because I saw him in there. I was like, I'm gonna fuck with him right now. And then he was like, like actually vibrating around, like he was peeing wildly.
Yeah.
And it was really fun.
What a night.
Jesus Christ. Well, I guess that
my
does it
God.
for nicknames.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
Fun
my
to-
God.
What do you do? Can I just maybe add one more thing about this?
Yeah, one more
If
thing.
you're a Bree and somebody's calling you Bree, how do you respond if you don't like it?
I would genuinely say, I don't like that nickname. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how to sugarcoat that one.
I don't know. I guess. Yeah, because I guess it could come off like standoffish if you just immediately say I don't like that. But at the same time, if you don't like it, I don't know
Yeah.
how else to say that.
I just prefer to be called Bree. To say that.
And, I'd say just be upfront with everything. Say, I don't want to sound standoffish, but that nickname doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I'd prefer if you never fucking called me that.
Or you could be like, hey, it's not like a you thing. I just don't really like nicknames.
Yeah.
This is from Devin. Hi, Ryan, Shane. Or sorry, hey, Ryan,
Oh,
Shane,
hey, yes.
and Steven. I love Watcher and enjoy the podcast. Qualification there. I love Watcher and enjoy the podcast.
I love Watcher, and the podcast is also something that I listen to.
I have a topic suggestion for you. Which cryptid do you think is real or was based on a legitimate animal species, maybe one that has gone extinct? Personally, I think Bigfoot/Yeti seems like they may have been stories based on real animals that we just don't know a lot about. I'm curious to know your thoughts.
This feels like the chupacabra situation, right?
Yeah, I think all cryptids have the possibility to be real. I just don't know if there's one that I'm going to be like, I 1000% believe this is real in the way I believe ghosts. Like every time we did those cryptid episodes, I would go out there thinking, oh, this could be real. But like, I don't know if I fully
Then we
believe Bigfoot is.
We'd stand in the forest.
Are cryptids? I guess I don't really understand the definition of cryptid. Does it have to be like a non-animal, or could it be an animal?
An animal?
Like, does it have to be a specific, completely new genre of species?
No, I don't think so. I think it's essentially just like an animal that we haven't proven its existence.
But yeah, cryptid, they tend to have like an urban legend around them. They're
Okay.
spotted in the same area.
Okay.
Yeah.
My thought is that all cryptid sightings, outside of anyone who's just like making it up,
Right.
people who genuinely believe that they've seen something, it's always an animal of some kind. And I think as we've seen in the documentary The Thin Blue Line by Errol Morris, you can't always trust first, eyewitness testimony. It's that people's brains don't always compute what they're seeing, and especially with memory, and the brain is a malleable thing. Just last night I was watching footage of do you remember when David Blaine tried to convince people that he could levitate?
I do remember that. Yeah.
And the trick is that you get them at a certain angle.
Yes.
And you just go up on your toes.
It does look convincing though.
It looks convincing.
Yeah.
And then, so that whole video where he was doing that, he was just doing that and then showing he never actually like showed himself doing it.
There is one side angle though that clearly he did like put himself on wires or something because it's from the side you see
and
actual.
he goes up like 2 feet
Yeah.
or like a full foot. But then all the other shots where he's clearly just doing the trick where he like lifts up on his foot. The reactions of people are, they're running away, they're going crazy, where he's just lifting up like a foot. And then he inserts this shot of him levitating like a foot.
My favorite part though is before he does the levitation, he'll rub his legs and he'll be like, I don't know if I could get off today.
I know.
I don't know if I could do it.
He does it.
And then
and then afterwards, sometimes isn't he like, oh.
Yeah, he says he asked for water.
But,
But could you imagine being one of these poor people if that actually wasn't fake and you were in that video and then for the rest of your life, everyone was like, you are dumb.
You fucking idiot.
But yeah, so I mean, you brought up David Blaine.
I brought up David Blaine because like those people, when you talk to them, here's the thing. They saw him levitate off the ground doing that stupid little trick where he raises himself up on his toes and he goes up like an inch off the ground.
Yeah.
But then when you show them the tape, if you talk to them afterwards, they'll be like, oh, you went like 6 inches up. The brain doesn't, if you're surprised or frightened or scared by something, often your brain like intensifies the experience or your memory of it might be completely faulty. So someone who's like out in the woods and sees something, maybe a big scary owl or something, and they're like, oh, it was the wingspan of 12 feet or something,
That's why I don't really, the cryptids, that's why I have the stance of like, I believe in the possibility, but I don't know if I firmly believe they're real. If you really held me to it and was like, yes or no, I would probably say no. And the reason why I say that is because at least with ghosts, in my opinion, there's enough stuff on video and audio to prove that they are real.
Huh?
Like there's enough like footage, enough pictures, enough audio. Whereas like Bigfoot, we really got not a lot to go off.
Not a lot to go.
We have like that one shitty video from like the Patterson Gimlin footage.
Gumberson Panlin, what is it?
Patterson
You know
Gimlin.
Casper is not a real. It's non-fiction.
Yeah.
Steven.
Wait,
I'm
me.
confused. What?
He's like,
He nailed me.
He's like, obviously, the ghosts we've got Stinky, Stretch, and Fatso.
Casper's. You could name them.
I loved the motion picture Casper.
It's a good movie.
I'm confused. Wait, did you just say that there's video evidence that proves that ghosts are real?
I think at this point,
cryptids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steven, you can't close your eyes when you do that.
I'm just-
That seemed very pompous. I've never said to Ryan, did you just say to me?
I mean, in other words, you have. But
I keep my eyes
there's
open.
a
I want to look you in the eyes. When I say
there's a breadth of evidence out there. Like whether or not you believe it, there is like at this point, I think probably hundreds of thousands of pieces of evidence out there at least. Whereas like Bigfoot, there really is maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's also like the more boring side of cryptozoology, which is like species that are alleged that just haven't been, they don't have evidence of them or they haven't been viewed in the wild by like scientists. And then a lot of those do eventually get found. And
Yeah, I guess the point I'm making is
squid.
right, stuff like that, giant squid, all those things.
the point I'm making is that if you believe in the paranormal and you have to base it off of like pieces of evidence, then ghosts, there's, like I said, hundreds of thousands of pieces out there that you could make an opinion off of. And cryptids, for the most part, there's like usually 1 or 2 images.
But cryptozoology as a whole also incorporates a lot of like really boring plain
Yeah, but
animals.
we're not talking about that though. We're talking
That is what we're talking about.
we're talking about cryptids though, right?
Yes, cryptids.
Yeah, but I don't think
whether they're based on real animals and which ones you think.
Yeah,
are.
but what the spirit of the question is like, do you think cryptids like Bigfoot are based on real animals? She's not asking about the real animals that they're based off of.
I don't know the gender of the person.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice fucking going, Ryan.
but they're asking about Bigfoot being based off of real animals. They're not
Do you
asking
think-
about the real animals.
Which cryptid do you think is real and or was based on a legitimate animal?
Yes, they're asking about cryptids, not
I
like
think Nessie's real.
not the spirit. That's not the spirit of the question. Is I guess what I'm getting.
I mean, I'm
I
just
think
running-
I think Nessie is based on something.
Didn't they dredge that lake?
They
That's a- I
did.
think it's a-
They sonared the shit out of that thing.
sonared
I
it,
don't.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think Nessie's in Vermont or whatever. I think there are.
Champs in Vermont.
Oh, sorry, Champ.
Unless
Where's
like Nessie has some sort of
Nessie's
like
in
cloak
Loch
that
Ness.
makes her impervious to sonar,
Yeah.
then I don't know.
But I think probably the answer, my guess, and I haven't really done a whole lot on it, but the Kraken being a colossal squid.
Or whale
Yeah.
penises.
Okay, I don't know about this.
No,
You
but
don't know
you know
about
that's
this?
a lot of it. A lot of the the evidence is a whale penis.
Look it up. Pull it up right now.
A whale penis is massive.
Search.
Okay, well, we got our thumbnail.
Which means there's a lot
A
of
severed whale
whales
penis?
just
Not severed.
No.
A lot of times whales will roll over in the
That's
water
right.
while they're search whale penis
I gotta see this.
sea monster.
they're sitting out there floating on their back, just letting it fly.
Yeah.
This is the ocean version of the pee-pee man.
This is
the
this is the pee-pee man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can see
That's not the
We're-
pee-pee
we're
man. That's,
looking-
Oh,
we're looking at a vast sea of Google image results of whale penises.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they are like these like crazy looking.
They're-
Wow.
if you see that, I could see why you would think, damn, that's not obviously not a large penis. That's like a monster.
Because it
of
really
some sort.
doesn't look like, you know.
that's a penis?
Yeah, well, Steven, they come in all shapes and sizes. You should see a duck's. You should see a duck's penis.
By the way, listeners, I'm not putting this on screen.
I think animals are fascinating.
They are. They for sure are.
So people think that the Kraken is probably just a bunch of whale penises.
That's the idea.
I mean, and it's also possible that a kraken is a fucking giant squid or something. I think they tend to stay lower in the water, but also sailors, those guys were bored and crazy.
That is true.
They're probably like, you go out on a big trip and you get back and nothing exciting happened, and people are like, oh, what happened out there at sea? And you're like,
That's disgusting.
oh, we got attacked by a big squid. It's the biggest squid I ever seen.
I will say I'm more likely to believe in a cryptid that lives in the ocean,
In the ocean, of
than
course.
I am like a terrestrial kind of.
because
Like,
that's the ocean is fucked up, man.
well, there's so much of it that's undiscovered. So
Yeah.
that's like, okay, I'll suspend disbelief there because we don't really actually know. But like Bigfoot being out there in like, fucking Montana or some shit like that.
Is he in Montana?
I think most of the sightings are up in the Northwest.
But I mean, look at this. We're looking at a photo of a colossal squid. That's pretty big.
It's pretty big. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
massive.
it's not kraken sized. You
That's like
But much like
Size
what you
of-
said, is that people seeing something that's maybe a foot,
Yeah.
But I regularly see animals on like TikTok that people found in the ocean that like are just known animals that I'm like, wow, that is a fucking crazy looking thing that looks like an
There's-
alien.
There's animals on land that to this day I'll be on the internet looking up, what are some weird animals, and
Yeah.
and you'll see like insects and animals that I'm like,
Are freaky
I
looking,
didn't
man.
know about this one.
Yeah,
But even like an octopus is crazy.
it is
It's
crazy.
like otherworldly. in
They
terms of-
walk. I wish they would like play God and bioengineer some krakens or something. Yeah, make the ocean more exciting.
I don't think we need that.
I
oh,
think
that's
that's a
scary.
bad idea.
You know what would be I've always wanted to do if I could have a time machine, go back in time and just check out a fucking megalodon.
Oh, dude, that'd be so scary.
I would love to go back into time when animals were real big.
A woolly mammoth would be sick to see, dude. Can you imagine a
yeah.
woolly mammoth?
Well,
Or
how
like-
big was it? Is the megalodon real?
Yeah.
Yes, megalodon's real.
It is real.
Were there ever really big horses?
I don't know.
Answer me.
Look how big that there's the scale is great. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Whoa.
Megalodon 50 feet long.
I would-
It's a shark that's the size of a blue whale.
I think if I was swimming and I saw a megalodon, I'd actually die before it got to me because I truly do think I would have a heart attack. I don't think I could handle that. It is odd that I don't think this is true, but it would be odd the idea of like just any species now was just 10 times larger back in the day for some reason, except for humans, honestly.
Yeah,
'Cause
we got a little bit bigger.
Well, no, but
We were
Neanderthals
small.
were small.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And people back in like the 1800s were small. We've just consistently gotten bigger to now we have like the Victor Wembanyama's of the world.
I don't know who that is.
Or Oliver Rose. Victor Wembanyama's 7'6".
Okay.
I'm moving on. It sounds
Hang
like
on
a
a sec.
sports
Okay.
person.
Matt followed the clues here. We gave him all the clues.
We're looking at the Wikipedia page for the giant horse, the Equus
Giganteus.
giganteus.
That's going to be my nickname going forward.
The height was
Giganteus?
7 foot,
Yeah.
7 foot 5 inches tall at the shoulder.
Damn!
Which is pretty big, but it's not.
at the shoulder.
At the shoulder is pretty
Shoulder.
big.
That's huge.
That's
That's like
massive.
moose.
That's a
That's like
massive
that
moose
is
fucking
Shaq.
horse.
Oh yeah, we
That's-
have Meese.
That's taller than Shaq. That's 4 inches taller than Shaq.
Moose are probably
That's Victor.
That's 1 inch shorter than Victor Wembanyama.
guys. We have a moose. Moose is probably the closest we got to like a current prehistoric animal. Right?
Yeah.
I would love to see a moose.
Based on the finding of a single tooth larger than the teeth of even the largest modern, I don't know what draft horse this is.
Wow.
Based on the tooth, the weight is estimated at 2,600 to 3,300 pounds.
Now, I do
That's
believe
tough
the
for me.
science of that, but also my dog, Ruthie,
She weighs that much?
she got big paws for her size. And
Oh, so you're saying horse could just have big teeth?
could have big tooth. Like
fair.
Ruth, they thought that she would be like a 70-pound dog, and she ended up being like 45
She had
based on her
long.
paws.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they said about the PP man as well. But he is going to be that big, I think, because he's already 45 and he's 6 months old.
The PP. He's gonna have a new nickname.
Now he'll always be the PP man.
PP
There is some
giganteus.
fragmentary remains. Recent authors have considered the species to be an invalid nomen.
dubium. What is it? Okay, we're learning a lot today.
The
This is
nomen
fun.
dubium is a scientific name for an unknown
Doubtful
or doubtful.
name.
Oh, that's probably where dubious obviously comes from then.
Dubia.
Oh, dubium, yeah. We should use that instead of like copium.
Dubium.
Oh, that's dubium.
That's good.
Dubium.
What you're
good.
saying there is pure dubium.
Wow.
Pure
Okay, so these
unknown.
so they're essentially saying like it's called the giant horse, but it probably shouldn't be called that.
Yeah.
Nomium dubium, if you ask me.
That's cool. That's a good
We should put the
name.
song Horses under this entire segment.
The song Horses?
That's a Goodbye Horses.
Oh, goodbye horses.
Do you think that's a good idea?
No, but I actually wish we could. Because that song does make me laugh every time I
That's interesting. That is, look, we got there. We got somewhere fascinating.
We're learning a lot today. I love to talk about animals.
Nomium dubium.
And if you want more animal talk, head on over to Watch Your TV to watch.
Oh, Weird Wonderful World is gonna
That's
have
right. We got some good animals.
We got an episode that does have some horses in it.
Regular
I'll tell
But
you
not
that.
yet, though. We don't
No,
have
but
that
it's
yet. But
coming
it's
up.
coming
It's
up on
coming
Watch Your
up.
TV.
And we're not talking about these two animals right here in the room. We're not talking about Ryan.
Hey.
But those are regular sized horses.
Yes,
Those are
they were
regular.
they're pretty big. Oh, Matt, you were there for that shoot. That was really fun.
It was great.
Wasn't there a mini horse?
There was, I thought it was a donkey.
But they did have a donkey, to be fair, though, as well.
donkey.
That was next to it. So that I could see how that would be confusing.
That donkey was one of the most beautiful animals.
I loved him. What was his name? Oh, we'll talk about that once that episode goes up on Watch Your
yeah.
I
TV.
didn't know zebras were small striped horses. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough of that.
Their skin is striped.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it.
They're just old horses that are older
That's gonna do it for Pod
because they're in
Watcher.
black and white.
Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. If you haven't, give us a subscribe, give us a rating, and let us know in the comments. What did we want? Oh, sports talk. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, let us know about that.
I'm sorry if I was too hard on you guys.
I got a feeling
just got
people
bored.
are not gonna be down for the sports talk.
It's fine if they're not. Just let us know. Actually, they have let us know in the past.
Yeah, that's right. It's like that's why I was like, we're gonna have to cut out a lot of that sports talk.
I'm all for you guys continuing to bring topics to the table to see if I find them interesting.
No longer.
No, yeah, that broke it.
That broke my spirit.
You've done it once or twice before.
2 times before, I think.
Yeah. And you have gotten me hooked, but not always.
I like this episode. I like it when the viewers and the listeners take the wheel. This is a fun one.
This is bad. This is
fun way to
great.
do this.
Yeah, I feel like in the future, if we, let's try this for a little bit. If we do have like pressing topics, we're like, oh, I got a heater that I gotta get into. Like Ryan, if you go to the LA County Fair and
Come on, man.
pack
You're on
your little-
camera.
yeah, what the fuck?
Doing a stretch, baby. Oh.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for listening, everyone. We've had a great time here today. Thanks for your calls. Thanks for your emails. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Adios.
Adios.